Hey traders from around the world, holla at your boy. It's Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading, and it is indeed May 2nd, 2016, a big day for me. Apparently, I was born 28 years ago. My mom told me that. I really don't remember, but hey, I take their word for it. Anyway, amazing, absolutely phenomenally, gloriously spectacular weekend in Denver. It was a quick trip, but well worth it. Absolutely amazing. I had a blast. Ashley caught her first fish ever in a mountain lake. It was like a 10-inch trout. That was really, really exciting. Went to some cold, some warm, well, not warm, some hot springs that were not cold. They were hot. Well, one was cold. Anyway, great time. Got a chance to meet a lot of really new, amazing traders in the meetup on Sunday, and then we just flew back late last night and got to Nashville about 1 a.m. Now we're back, ready to go, hitting up May, excited about this particular month. So let's talk about the markets and what I got going on and what my thoughts are overall for the month. So in April, we traded kind of bullish to neutral. I think we do the same thing for May. So really, you kind of take a snapshot of that image. I think we do something like that for May, just kind of extrapolate a little bit forward. It's probably not going to be beautifully, fantastically bullish, but slowly but surely, a little bit of gaps, a little bit of selling. But overall, we end up grinding and inching higher throughout the month of May. 212.28, very strong resistance on SPY. The 213, 214 area is still a really, really strong resistance. I've been considering this bear call spread in May, the 215, 216 since the 21st of April. If you're going to get in, more than welcome to, but I am not in, and at this point, just kind of waiting and see what's going on. So SPY, hanging out. As you guys know, if we come into the 213, 214 area on the SPY, I will look to go to cash on any index positions or SPY shares and just kind of see what the overall market happens from there, because I do think there's a really good chance that we will either do one of two things from that level. We'll either break out, retest, and continue higher, or end up kind of rotating back down where I will look to buy the dip once again on the SPY down at that level. I don't know which two happens, but those are really two of my overall biggest thoughts, and the balance probably whatever happens likely happens maybe after the presidential election and once everything is kind of written in stone regarding that. So gonna be interesting to see what happens. But there is the SPY. Here's the Qs. So the Qs, as of last week, did trade down to the 100 simple moving average on the weekly chart. 100 simple moving average was at 104.92, and the low of last week was 104.88. And just keeping an eye on this bull put spread down here. So keeping a very close eye on it because, today, a nice little bullish candle so far. We got the 106, 105 May bull put spread still holding strong. And if that trade does not expire profitably, or if I do not make a profit on that trade, then I have to shave my head into a mohawk. It's that simple. I'll be keeping an eye on the trade. Don't you worry. What do I think happens from the Qs here realistically? I do think we bounce. Again, I think there's a nice, healthy little correction right here. I agree we broke through some strong supports. And yes, I was definitely feeling a little bit bearish for about a day or two. But overall, I think we kind of go a little bit higher in the Qs. And it'll be interesting to see exactly what plays out to fruition. So this week, a lot of earnings are coming out. Let's go look at some of them really quick. Here's Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And Alibaba has earnings on the 5th of May. Here's what I'm thinking on ticker symbol BABA. Right now, overall, it's kind of sideways. Here's a longer term view on BABA. We haven't been around that long. Really good pivot price around 75.80. Obviously, a very strong support there. Obviously, a really good resistance there. I am almost positive it gaps in between one of those two levels. So my thought is on the bearish trade, if it can open below 73, that's going to be bearish. If it can open above 82, that'll be bullish up into about 86. I'm pretty confident that earnings does not break either one of those particular prices on Alibaba. If it doesn't really do much on Baba, if earnings gaps and we just kind of hang out, we really don't do entirely a lot of movement, I'll be kind of still bullish to neutral. Jason McCoy, I believe, still has a 72-75 bull put spread going over earnings, which is down here somewhere below that pivot that I just drew in the green line. So I think my guess on Alibaba, we gap up a little bit, and it's kind of a non-event. That's just my guess. It's pretty much what Yahoo did. And if that is the case, probably looking to do some more bull put spreads or put sales on Alibaba down in that level right there. Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE, also has earnings this week. And Pfizer hanging out. Nice little break of this little accumulation phase. Great volume came in right there. Good little breakout here. Trading down. So earnings, I think if Pfizer, which very rarely gaps large, but if it opens above 33.87, I think it's a really strong pivot on Pfizer, and at that point could move pretty nicely. Otherwise, that's really about the only play I have on it, unless, of course, it opens below 31.44, which I think would be a little bit of a bearish position. I don't have anything exact or specific on Pfizer regarding an overall trade setup. I can say really nice buy low, sell high looking channel kind of thing coming in there right there. A little bit of an internal support resistance line on Pfizer. So don't have any specific plans on it. Just hanging out right now to see overall what plays out. Netflix. Oh, man. Netflix. Ticker symbol NFLX. So, ladies and gentlemen, how shocking. This is exactly what we've been talking about, /anticipating, /waiting for, /creating the plan to trade bullish down here on Netflix. Bearish retest gap. Black candle gap down, retested, rolled down to support. $88.58 was the rock solid support that I've been mentioning for about a few months now. The low on Netflix was $88.21. Holla at your boy. Today was a gorgeous new white soldier candle, up 3.2% off of that support line. Steven Jackson still in a bull put spread expiring this Friday. A lot of other traders are in some put sales. Anyway, this is a great place to buy low, sell high on Netflix. What could you trade? Well, you could sell puts, do bull put spreads, buy long-term calls, or buy shares. But I think the risk-reward makes sense. So here's your support. Here's a resistance. Yes, I agree 100%. This is a lower high right here on a primary level. No question about that. That's why I'm a little bit more non-directionally bullish down here than directionally bullish. So I'm probably not going to be buying straight up call options, but buying some shares and or doing some bull put spreads and or put sales. And after those shares, and if those shares trade a little bit higher, maybe doing some covered calls. That's kind of non-directional is what I'm planning on Netflix. But short term, looks really, really good down here. Long term, I think the risk reward makes sense. So your risk, looking at something like that, worst case scenario, and your target something like that on a longer term basis. So Netflix looking really toasty at that support. Really excited to see that analysis play out. Here's Fitbit, ticker symbol FIT, and I have a lot of traders tracking this one on a regular basis. Also has earnings this week. Here's your long term moving averages. We took this trade profitably on a really, really quick swing trade from here to here. We're out. And now we're at a strong resistance on Fitbit. So if Fitbit gaps up nicely on earnings, believe it or not, I will be short-term bullish. I like the volume coming in here. I like the little move higher. I don't necessarily think that happens. I think we actually gap down on Fitbit, but I don't have any short-term position on Fitbit. If we open below 16.55, I'd be relatively more bearish than bullish, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Same kind of appeal and analysis on GoPro. Earnings coming out this week. My buddy Fernando is in some July calls, so there's a lot of time on that one. And if GoPro opens above $15, that would be a really, really strong gap. I don't know if it happens. I doubt it does. Overall, I think GoPro just continues to fizzle out down here and trade sideways and then trade lower over time. But if we do gap up above 15, strong gap on GoPro will be really bullish and be interesting to see how it plays out. And LinkedIn, ticker symbol LNKD. LinkedIn, we did a reverse condor on LinkedIn, actually reverse calendar condor over earnings because it was kind of trading sideways and almost a nice little Bollinger Band squeeze. So if you have this reverse condor, really this is a bear put spread and a bull call spread right here. The 140 calls that we sold expire this Friday, and you still have a call option, a 130 call with 2 weeks left on the expiration. So hopefully LinkedIn trades up a little bit higher, and at this point you have no call limiting your upside. I don't know how far LinkedIn trades up, but at this point, breaking this resistance is really, really a big deal. I think in the next few weeks to months, LinkedIn could trade into the 100 simple moving average on LNKD. Last but not least, here's Tesla with very similar analysis. So Tesla got into a reverse condor over earnings. Max risk is 285. Max reward is technically $10 on either side. So looking at Tesla, don't know what it's going to do, but earnings are supposed to be coming out this week. Don't know if it's going to gap large or not, but I can say it's right smack dab in the middle of this reverse condor, where again you got a bull call spread and a bear put spread. So long as it gaps really nicely in one of those directions, the max reward would be $10 because you're upside or capped on both sides. It'll be interesting to see exactly how it plays out. But a lot of really fun trades coming up. Excited to see what happens out there. Amazon looks nice. Google looks nice. A lot of tech stocks looks nice. I got a really, really close eye, very close eye on Apple. If Apple closes below $92.44, I am going to be unraveling my bull put spread. I got another popular trader out there in Nashville, Steve Burns. I believe he said that he's bullish around 93.50, and his stop is a close below 92. This is a really good buy low, sell high location on Apple. Without question, the risk reward makes a lot of sense down here. I'm not saying that we're going to bounce. Again, I never know what the market's going to do, but my job is to find stocks with really good risk mitigation. Ladies and gentlemen, this stock right now has really fantastic risk mitigation. So as far as what you want to trade, entirely up to you. Calls are good, stocks are good, put sales are good. As long as you know where your stop is and you consistently follow your plan, ladies and gentlemen, it's a simple math fact. If you lose less money than you make over time, you will be consistently profit. Risk mitigation is the key. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys Wednesday in your next real life stock review. If you have any other stocks, questions, or concerns between now and then, feel free to email them to me. I do take stock requests for these reviews, and I'm happy to do so each and every day because you know what? That's just how real life trading rolls. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.